Welcome into this stop of the spring football tour for the recruiting roundup. We're at the state champion Mountain Pointe High School. Football team coming off a huge year, Jason. They lost some big-time players, but they have just regroomed. They have another great group coming up waiting in the wings.
Yeah, looking at these kids right now, they have some good-looking guys running around and look very talented on the offensive line, plus in the backfield.
And some of those guys on the offensive line and defensive line have been offered in the past week. We'll bring you those. Some guys receiving their first offers. The first one, Bruce Hester, the defensive lineman, picks up a big Pac-12 offer.
Yeah, first offer, like you said, mentioned big. The defensive tackle was offered by the University of Arizona. Smaller kid, about 6'1", 280 pounds, but he gets after it.
So on the opposite side of the football from Hester is Nick Carmen, talented offensive lineman who gets offered from Navy.
Yeah, big time offer, but looking at him right now, he's changed his body. He's at least 6'4", he weighs 265 pounds now and looks great. The offer from Navy shows he's a good student. Expect more. I'm talking to their coaching staff. The University of Utah really likes him, and he could get an offer from them very soon.
Absolutely. So that's the Mountain Pointe latest offers. We're actually going to be joined by Coach Norris Vaughn, always eventful when we talk to him. He'll join us here in just a second. First, other offers to bring you from around the state of Arizona. We were out at Saguaro last week, Jason. Got a glimpse at Caden Lyles, his first time us watching him in spring practice because he was just in 8th grade last year. Now, as a member of the team heading into his sophomore season, picks up 2 more offers to add to his repertoire.
Yeah, the big offensive guard was offered by Arizona and by Utah. Up to 8 offers already. That's crazy for a player that's a 2017 prospect, but he's going to have 40 offers by the time he's a senior.
Utah also came in and offered Lyles' teammate, the great Christian Kirk, 37th offer for him, and Chase Lucas of Chandler offered by the Utes as well. A couple offensive linemen picking up more offers. Williams Field's Cade Coate offered by the Broncos up in Boise State. Gilbert Stephen Miller adds another offer, this one from Washington. And the first offer this week for Sabino offensive and defensive lineman Marcus Edwards comes from Cornell. Now, Jason, a former future household name of ours, Matt Pistone, has become a household name and then some. He adds yet another offer.
Yeah, well, that's his 6th offer now for the big tight end / defensive end, was offered by UTEP on Tuesday morning. Now, the interesting fact is their tight ends coach, Brian Natkin, was an All-American tight end at UTEP, and that's what they see him playing. There's other schools that have talked about him possibly bulking up and being an offensive lineman, but the minors like him as a tight end.
Dedrick Young out at Centennial, he picks up another offer.
He was offered by Colorado State. That's offer number 9 for him. He's been offered by pretty much everybody in the Pac-12. The interesting tidbit on that, he was offered by Colorado State as a running back, while most everybody else is looking at him as a linebacker.
So we're joined now on the recruiting roundup with the head coach of Mountain Pointe, Coach Norris Vaughn. Coach coming off a big state championship season. Lots to be excited about. Now you're looking ahead to next season. What are you most looking forward to with this group?
Well, you know, I'm maybe a different kind of coach. I love the games, but I love practice. I loved it when I was a player. I love practice, so I look forward for every bit of it. I look forward to the weight room, the practices, the games, and it's exciting. And we were on the state last year, had a great team, and you know, we'll try to repeat. We lost a lot of youngsters. I don't know if it's going. We lost like 14 starters.
Last year when I watched you guys play, you guys had a stellar defense. You lost a bunch of players, you know, off of that defensive front. Who are some of the guys that stepped up, you know, the offseason through spring ball that you look forward to seeing in fall?
Well, our nose tackle, Bruce Hester, just got offered from U of A. He played all last year. He's a great player. Of course, he returns. We returned 2 linebackers, Churchwell and Cronin. Also, both of them. There is 2 as good linebackers on one team as in the state. Probably they're both really good. They're both prospects at some level. We got Austin Pogue at defensive end. He played a lot last year, but he didn't start. But he did start one game when we had an injury. So that's the only starters we have back. So we got to replace 7 guys. We feel pretty good. If we stay healthy, we got a good unit on defense. Offensively, we didn't lose quite as much, but we lost the 3 best receivers probably in the history of the school. They caught everything. So they're going to be hard to replace. Of course, we lost our all-state quarterback, Antonio Hinojosa, and we're going to replace him. He's not with us now. He's out there playing baseball, but Garvin Austin is about 6'3", 190, and he's very good. And he played a good bit last year in the mop-up time, too, but he didn't get to throw as much as we wanted him to because we was ahead, and it felt funny about that. But we returned 3 starters, 4 out of our top 6 offensive linemen. We think we got the best offensive line we've ever had.
I'm going to put you on the spot because you and I are friends. You've won a state championship in Georgia. You've won one now in Arizona. Compare the 2 states in the football.
I didn't win one in Georgia in football, but it's a different sport. But you know what? I'll say this. I think that the football in Phoenix is comparable to almost anywhere in the country. I mean, we feel like our team last year was on par with anybody in the country. I really do. And so I can't speak for all the state of Arizona. You know, all I've seen is what's here in Phoenix. But I know in our neck of the woods with Mountain Pointe and Hamilton and Chandler and Desert Ridge and Brophy and Desert Vista and all those guys, that's some pretty good football. Now maybe from top to bottom, I mean, you can certainly, you know, talk about Georgia, there's, I don't know how many, 400 teams. I mean, there's a lot of good football teams. So here we got, I don't know, 10, 15 really good teams, and there they probably got, you know, 100 really good teams. So, but when you compare the top 10, I think we're right there with anybody in the country, from what I can see. But you know more about that than I do. You're the scout.com, not me, you know.
Well, thank you, Norris. We got a 6-minute max is what we're allowed to post on this. I think we're already over.
Oh, sorry about that.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it, Coach.
All right, thank you. Thank you very
Coach,
much.
appreciate it. It's
All right.
Coach Norris Vaughn on the recruiting Roundup Spring Football Tour from Mountain Pointe.